when you actually love what you do, you keep on going. You keep on doing it because it's what you love, and it's like you can't not do it because it's like your purpose and you're truly helping other people, and that feeling of helping other people and creating and having fun with it and being creative with your videos, it's like the most important, like, magical thing ever. So yeah, like, only watching this video, I probably said that a bit too late, like, disclaimer. Make sure you make a channel if you actually want to provide value to other people. Hi everyone, I hope we're having an absolutely wonderful day today. Today I'm coming at you with a brand new video, and this one is gonna be about how to start a successful YouTube channel in 2021. Now, I am absolutely obsessed with this topic. I tell each and every single one of my friends to start a YouTube channel. This is a really huge platform and you could really thrive and grow in it, but you definitely need to know a systematic way of doing that, and I'm here to talk to you about that. I have had experience on YouTube since 2009. I'll get into a little bit about that later, but I truly believe that every single person needs to get on YouTube to share their experiences. I truly think that it is such an rewarding thing to get into, and it doesn't have to be time consuming, but I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Let's get right on into the video. But before we do, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. Now let's get on to it. A lot of people say, Rita, but isn't it way too late to start a YouTube channel in 2021? Guys, I started YouTube in 2009, right? But I wasn't consistent, and then I started being more consistent in 2015 when I was uploading every single week. A lot of people were saying, Rita, it's way too late to start a YouTube channel. Like, YouTube has been around for a really long time. Do you hear how ridiculous that sounds? In 2015, do you know how many people rose their subscribers and their content after 2015? There are people this year that have blown up. So it's definitely not too late. The market is never too saturated, because think about it. Every single person in this world is completely different to another person. We've all heard this saying that you're not like anyone in this world. Everyone has their own set of fingerprints. Everyone has their own set of identity. Even one person that looks exactly the same and has the same interests, they still have different set of experiences and they have a different perspective on that based on their identity. And you know what I'm trying to say. So you definitely have a spot on the platform because you have a specific set of personality traits, a specific set of experiences and opinions that would be valuable to an audience. You just need to know how to market yourself properly, and you have to have the confidence enough to do this on a consistent basis. And trust me, once you're confident with yourself, once you know that you can provide value, you will provide value. I also want to just quickly say that consistency is key. You can follow all of these steps, but without consistency, it's not going to get you anywhere. You can create the worst videos in the world, set them on private or put them out in public. I would put them out in public. When you start at a new job, are people laughing at you and being like, oh my god, what an idiot, like, she doesn't know what she's doing, haha. No, you knew. It's actually quite endearing when you post your videos on public and it's clearly like notable that this is the first time you're doing this, right? I used to love going on other people's channels that have blown up. You look at this person that has grown to such huge heights, and then you see their video from 2009. It's like a webcam video, it's so pixelated, filmed on Windows Movie Maker, and it's great. Like, it's documenting the process. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Put some more.
Don't be shy, put some more.
We love old TikTok memes. Put your videos up on public and post consistently because you will practice. I think that's gonna be one of the steps, but I just had to highlight it and put it at the very top before we get into any of the steps, because it is genuinely the most important thing that you can possibly do. Let's go on to tip number 1. You have to have the right equipment. I'm personally the type of person that always likes to educate herself, goes back to basics, checks those videos that are like how to grow your YouTube channel in 2019, in 2020. Meanwhile, I've been on there for years. Almost everyone says, oh my god, it's totally okay to film on your iPhone, it's totally okay to film, you know, on a Nokia brick phone. And I'm here to tell you this might be a little bit controversial, and feel free to argue with me in the comments down below, but I actually believe at a minimum that you should have like a Canon G7X or a vlogging camera of some sort, something that you can plug in your audio. iPhone quality is great, it's amazing, but nothing can compare to a good DSLR, nothing can compare to an actual camera that was made for its purpose to film. I always look at videos that have been filmed in, bad quality, and if I don't get captivated straight away by the person's personality or their charisma, I'm just gonna click off, because I know that there is so many other videos out there that have crisp, amazing quality, and I'm not looking for 4K, for 8K footage. Something that is clear. Your shot has to be framed well. You already know that lighting, because every single YouTuber harps on about the lighting. Not gonna tell you about that. I still use window lighting. I have a big huge window right in front of me. I used to have box lighting, and that was really awesome too. I could film in the evenings, edit out all of the ums and ahs, add music as your background, nothing too loud, nothing too bass boosted, something that's either like chill hop, something that goes along the theme of whatever it is that you're talking about. When I used to do goofy sort of videos of me DMing Instagrammers, I put on like goofy music, you know what I mean? Like Emma Chamberlain music.
You're so funny and smart, Daddy. Oh God.
Right now, I'm really into jazz, chill hop type vibes. I have been for a while, so that's what I put onto my videos. Literally use absolutely every single resource that YouTube gives you. Put the 5 cards on your video. Put an end screen at the very end so people can click. Starting out, you may think that that doesn't work, but trust me, it really does help you, because people click on those things. Each and every single view counts, every like counts, every comment counts. The more that you add more opportunities for people to click on your content, the better. Add playlists. When people click on your content, hopefully there's going to be like a playlist playing, and it's not going to autoplay to someone else's video. It's going to go on to another one of your video, and that's what you want. You want people to stay on your channel. Make sure it's not awkward. And I'm not saying like don't start YouTube until you have all of these things. Definitely build on it. I don't think you can have all of these things straight away. You need to definitely practice, just like you practice going to the gym. You can watch as many YouTube videos on how to make a YouTube channel, but you won't really know until you actually put it in practice, make mistakes. So definitely work towards all of these things, but they should be in mind for, the short-term and long-term goals of your YouTube channel. I would try to look more presentable than I look in front of the mirror. Let me explain to you what I mean. So when you look at a mirror, right, you look amazing and perfect, but the camera translates your looks in a completely different way, so you have to over-exaggerate your look in order for the camera to actually show you as who you are. So I put false lashes on. I pack a whole heap of makeup on. Like, I can't go out like this because like in real life, like I have a cake face. And just work on the look of your channel as well. Guys, I went through trials and errors of different things. Like I didn't look presentable. I didn't care about thumbnails. I didn't care about titles. And then I did. Looking at both and comparing through my own experience, I definitely could see that all of that stuff really truly does matter. Most of you know all this by now. You have to have a good popping thumbnail to make people click on your videos. Tags, make full advantage of the tags on your YouTube. I actually want to give a shout out to the Content Bug. Make sure to check out her channel for all things analytics and starting your YouTube channel, because this is just one video, but her channel is actually dedicated to talk about everything to do with YouTube. Okay, so number 2 is consistency. Once per week is the bare minimum, like everyone says, but 2 is perfect. It gives you more of a chance to blow up. You definitely want to make as many videos as possible in terms of that, but also because you want to practice. So the more videos that you make, the better you're going to become at it in a faster way. For example, in 2015, you know how story times were like the hugest thing, made everyone viral. So I had a crazy stalker story time video that I uploaded, and it got the most views that like I've ever gotten on a video that I personally filmed. It was 50,000 views, and I was like, whoa, I made it, I'm blowing up. I got a bunch of subscribers from that because I was starting out and I was practicing and I didn't understand consistency. I kind of dropped out for like a couple of weeks. Guys, and my views started to go down again, and the subscribers, they were still there, but they were kind of like dead subscribers, you know what I mean? They didn't really interact or didn't watch any of my videos. So you don't want that to happen. Once you get the ball rolling, you should keep on rolling the ball. And please don't make those videos or those intros where you're like, I'm so sorry for not uploading, guys. Like, that's so lame. No one really cares. Like, the only person that you're hurting through that is yourself. So you should really just say sorry to yourself and move on and just keep on consistently posting. Like, everything that you say, post that is an excuse, essentially. If you want something bad enough, you're going to make time. Everyone has the same time in the world. Like, you have the same time as Elon Musk, and he has like 6 companies, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about time management, and it's all about prioritizing. But you already know this. I know you guys know this because you're smart. My subscribers are smart. Y'all wouldn't be subscribed to me if y'all weren't smart. So let's get on to tip number 3. Okay, there is so much misinformation about this. Tip number 3, do not niche down. Do not niche down. Okay, so everyone says that niching down is really good because you are not a jack of all trades. You have an expertise in one thing, and if you have a channel that is just talking about this one thing, like makeup or just fitness and weight loss, niching down even more to something that's like completely like immigration for Australians in the United States, and you just make YouTube videos about that. Like, how many people want to get visas to the United States, you know? But if you do that, it's like you're the only channel who does that, and then the right people come into your channel, and then you'll grow from that, and then you can like branch out and talk about other legal things. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that at the start unless you are so confident that you were literally born for one thing. Like, you have a Gymshark company and you want to make a YouTube channel about your Gymshark company. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ben? I actually didn't know my niche for the longest time, and the market decided for me. Do you know why? Because you are in the perspective of yourself and you don't see how other people view you. You are just judging and overthinking like, oh, my videos are crap, or like I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. You don't know what people are thinking. But the more that you practice and stuff, putting as many videos out there as possible. One can be a makeup video, one can be an everyday, you know, what I eat in a day, one can be a morning routine, one can be like how I flew to India and I got lost or something. Like, everything and anything that you can think of in your head that you think will provide value to people, value in terms of information, something that can help them with their life, or value in terms of entertainment, making them forget about whatever crappy thing that's happening in their day. Shout outs to Cody Co. You are the one YouTuber where I'm like, if I'm having a crappy day, you know what I'm typing in that YouTube search button. Anyways, so keep on doing everything. Comedy, reaction videos. I literally had a brief stint at doing K-pop reaction videos. I don't know if you remember, like, shout outs to the people that remember me doing that. But yeah, and it got like 10,000 views per video, and that was really great and that was really fun. But I'm like, ultimately, I realized that I don't want to do that kind of stuff. I used to do a lot of gym videos and they would get some traction, but not a lot. I would do, you know, finance videos and story times. My story times blew up, so I kind of niched down for a while and did that and got some, you know, audiences from that. Do you know what I mean? But then I realized like, okay, this is not what I want to do. It's really about you figuring it out as well, like what you want, but also more importantly, the market deciding. So I did not know that I wanted to do weight loss type of videos. I had a bunch of YouTube ideas on my notes. Let me just show you guys because this is very important. This is how I actually plan all of my YouTube video ideas and stuff. Just on my notes, I have YouTube, right? And it says to do, so, you know, upload and edit how to start a YouTube channel, and then finish vlogging the hair bleaching video, and then edit Invisalign, vlog and upload. Think of new YouTube ideas, and then film and upload next. So it's how to start a YouTube channel, a successful YouTube channel in 2021. I have that bolded because that's what I want to film today. So I literally just have ideas of random stuff, right? And I am niching down very slowly. Like, this is a self-development channel and a weight loss channel, and how I got to that was by posting my how to lose 20 kilograms in 2020 video. As you guys know, that blew up to 1 million views. A lot of people, you know, engaged with me and were asking me questions, so I got a streamline of videos from that based on your DMs and your own questions, and I want to provide as much value as possible. So that's exactly what I did. So I became known as a weight loss channel, and I, on top of that, was talking about self-development things and like law of attraction, and that went really well. So I kind of matched them together, and I did not know that I was going to do self-development and weight loss videos. Like, if someone told me that 2 years ago, I would have been like, what? Because I was doing travel vlogs, like, and they weren't doing like the best. I was doing all these other things, and I just noticed after a while, looking back on my channel, that the biggest, you know, engagement that I got was weight loss and self-development. So I'm going to stick with what works and double and triple down on it. I bank on my subscribers each and every single time, because no matter what, without a fail, if they request something, I get so many views off that, and I'm like, I did not know that that was something that you guys wanted to hear from me, and it just blows up, you know what I'm saying? So definitely, like, understand that what you think is going to be a good video might not necessarily be a good video, so you need to just put those videos out. I'm literally throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. That's what I used to say when I was just starting out, because I did not know what my audiences or my future potential audiences wanted. It's your job to just post out as many videos as possible and see where you go from there. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 is providing value to other people. I used to think naively when I was younger that it was all about me. You know, I would post vlogs and talking about my life, when in reality, no one cares. Like, unless you have grown that following by providing value, no one cared about Jenna Marbles until she started posting the what girls are like, what guys are like. Through her providing value in an entertainment-based way, people started caring about her. You have to first concentrate starting out as a small YouTuber, and small YouTuber at this rate, I would not be saying this even a year ago, but at this rate, a small YouTuber for me is like anything under 100K. Before you are up to that point, you have to just drill it in that value is the only thing that will make you grow. It could be value informationally, like I said, or in an entertainment way. And unless you have the personality of like a star or someone that is incredibly charismatic and someone that is incredibly hilarious, you can be hilarious in real life, but translating that onto the camera is a completely different ballpark and game. So you have to be self-aware and understand, like, am I funny enough to be an entertainment-based YouTuber? You can definitely try. Emma Chamberlain started with fashion. She's a fashion queen right now, of course, but the thing that blew her up were her blogs, because she could edit really well and the editing was entertaining and her personality was like something one of a kind, right? So you have to be self-aware, and if you want to do something like that, it has to be something incredibly unique. If you do want to get there along the way, you definitely can, but I suggest starting out, you should provide value to people in an information-based way. But Rita, I'm not valuable enough, like I don't know enough things. Yes, you do. Anything that you have gone through in your life, any tip that you have acquired through your mum when she was in Chile and she figured out the best way to bargain with people on the street, you know, get that and film a video about that. Your information and insight, something that people have never heard of before, is of value to people. And trust me, when you actually genuinely provide advice, you can have the best thumbnails, you can have the best title, but there is such thing as a word of mouth online, because people share it, people engage, people watch for longer. There is a higher CPM. Things grow when you actually have information in your video that is of value, that is something that a lot of people want to hear. There's some magic in the algorithm. A lot of people say, oh, like we're a slave to the algorithm, we don't really know what it's about. But in the end, it's actually quite simple. Like, you have to have an actual valuable video. If your video didn't blow up, it's because it wasn't valuable enough. And that's me talking from a position that, you know, my videos don't blow up all of the time, and it's rare that my videos blow up in the grand scheme of things. You have to be self-aware, and it's not about like kicking yourself down because of that. That's normal, like everyone experiences that. You should really sit down with yourself and be like, what is something that is valuable to other people that they haven't heard? Just like TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, if you actually have quality content, and quality content based on information and like storytelling and charisma, that will show. People will find it because, number one, the YouTube algorithm will share it to other people. It is like about luck as well, because YouTube picks certain videos, but at the very start, before YouTube picks it, people do find it based on searching and based on the fact that if your information is valuable, people will stay longer on your video, people will comment, people will like. Seriously, imagine like if you have been trying to find something for the longest time and then you find a video that has something completely valuable, like the insight and the information really is sticking to you, like you've heard it before, but the way that this person's telling you, it's like, oh my god, this is incredible. That right there is the gem, that is the soul of your video and your channel. That person is going to emit enough energy to like your video, and when that like happens, that is the most important thing, because it tells YouTube that people are actually interacting with your content, and that is what pushes your video up, and that is what puts you to the front, to the homepage, to the related videos, and makes more people click on it. They could F up too. They could be like, oh, this person interacted by some fluke, and then they push it up and then no one really clicks on it because it wasn't really that great. You can go down just as much. So your video has to be good enough for people to click on it, view it, and actually decide like, yes, this is actually valuable. That was a really long-winded explanation of the fact that you need to provide value as much as you possibly can. Another thing I want to say is that YouTube is the second largest search engine in the entire world. You're in kind of like the inner circle of YouTube where you know all the YouTubers and you click on them, the James Charleses, the Hype Houses, Cody Ko, like Emma Chamberlain, all of those people, and you know, you're a part of that YouTube community. You know, it is a niche, it's a community, right? You are actually part of a few people. Normal day-to-day people that aren't on YouTube, that don't go there on a daily basis, they just type like, how to find like a fishing hook for my fishing rod or something. There is a huge ass market out there that you don't know about. If you treat YouTube as a search engine, like how to bleach your hair at home without frying your hair, treat it like a search engine. That is also another way of blowing up on YouTube. Based on my analytics, people were just typing how to lose weight. Like normal people don't type like Cody Ko. They're not up to date with all of that kind of stuff. They just type in like, I don't know, how to recycle. That's what gets people onto your channel and makes them subscribe, because they're like, oh, this person provided me with some value and I actually really like their content and their personality and their charisma, and hey, like I'm looking at their videos and they're actually posting like valuable stuff, I'm going to subscribe. That's how people grow. It's not about posting things that are irrelevant to a mass amount of audiences. Like at the end of the day, you need to provide value, and in order to actually grow at an exponential fast rate, which is kind of the only way to do it, because you can grow very slowly, but like at the rate of you growing, you'll be growing for a very long time, you know what I mean? Which is fine, but it's like the goal is always to reach as many audiences with your value as possible. That's every single content creator's dream. It's not about subscribers or views, it's about having purpose and knowing that what you provide is actually valuable and helpful to people. Like that's why I am on YouTube. I want to provide as much value as possible in what I have learned. I just want to feel like I have purpose, like down to the bare bones of it. If you have that same feeling, you're going to succeed. If you have fun of it, you're going to succeed. It's not about checking numbers, and it's not about comparing yourself to other people. Like think about every single person that has blown up on YouTube. James Charles blew up because he was having fun with his makeup. Like if you look at the makeup that he was doing, honey, come on now. Even he's making fun of it. Anyways, but you know what I mean? Like he had fun with it. His personality was great. At the time, he was skill-setted in the industry. I'm not saying he's not now. He's like incredibly talented at makeup, but I mean like in comparison to what he was doing then and now, it's like a completely different ballpark. Anyways, but at that time, you know, like people were like, oh my god, he's really skilled and he's providing value through makeup. Okay, so I literally just talked about this, but number 5 is the only way, and okay, not the only way, but the main way, the fastest and the hugest way of growing your YouTube channel is getting a viral video. Now this could be a little bit controversial, and I agree with a lot of things that Gary Vee says, but this isn't one of them. Like you have to get a viral video in order to have a growing YouTube channel and a YouTube presence with growing subscribers. And that's not to say again that, oh, I want a viral video because I want all of these views and all of these subscribers and all this revenue and stuff. I want a viral video so people can, as many people as possible can find my video, can find my channel and understand that I'm actually providing value. You want to concentrate not too hard now, because this is when I did the how to lose 20 kilograms in 2020, my purpose was not, oh my god, I'm gonna get viral. It is something that's at the back of my head that's like, when my video pops off, I need to get ready and stay ready and be consistent and engage with my subscribers and have that growing YouTube presence when a video pops off, because that is your ticket to growing and interacting with audiences, because you have that hotness, you have that interest from other people, and that's when you start growing an audience even more so. That's when people start subscribing. So have that in the back of your head, but don't make it be like, oh, I want every single video to be viral. That's not how it works. What can I do in this specific video that can have that viral effect? Because I know that how to can be very viral, because again, YouTube is a search engine. Many people write how to lose weight. Tip number 6 is have a set plan and write a script for each and every single one of your videos. If you are waffling about, then it's kind of pointless, because you need to have a step-by-step. I've learned this through experience and through research that people really like having like a set step-by-step process. It's easier to follow. If you do get caught rambling, which is very easy to do, people can just click on to, you know, the next step, because they want to get as much information out of it as possible. And, you know, think about it. If you were talking about how to lose weight and you were just like all over the place and you were like, so like, and then I lost like 20 kilograms, but then, oh wait, I forgot. I was eating McDonald's at the very start, and that's very essential to the story. Do you know what I mean? Like I had a set plan. I was like, okay, so first I'm going to be talking about my weight loss history. Like like, what was my weight as a child? What was my relationship with food? How did I gain so much weight? How did I get emotionally impacted? And that is essential to the story, because then it links to like why I decided to lose the weight, which is providing value to people. Like, people need to know that, because they are essentially comparing their own story. For some reason, my story was very similar to many other people's, and so they could relate and understand me, and so they're like, oh, so if she could do it, I'm gonna do the same thing. And it was like a step-by-step process after that. I noticed that the videos that I put up that have been scripted and provide more value than videos that were just like, I couldn't be, like, I didn't have enough time, and I was like, okay, I have this all in my head, I'm just gonna, you know, word vomit it out, you know what I mean? Prioritize. Consistency is the most important. If you don't have time to write a script, still put it out there, but like, writing scripts is so much more beneficial. Rollie on my wrist, 30 on my waist, 30 to your face, 60 to your face, 90 to your face. That's a close case. Okay. Tip number 7 is practice, practice, practice. Now, I have a little bit of a confession to make. I was actually quite awkward in front of the camera since last year. Like, for some reason, every single time I was in front of the camera, I was like, I just don't feel comfortable, and I felt like I was really awkward and I wasn't articulate in what I was saying, and it was very all over the place. Like, if you can compare how I talk to the camera now to even just a year ago, it's completely different, and that's because I practiced. I started reading a lot more books, honestly. I kind of understood that you need to be talking really fast, you need to be talking eloquently, you need to be talking a lot more animated, and I knew all this in theory, but in practice it was very hard personally for me to keep on doing. And so while it might not take you, you know, 10, 11, 12 years to do that, you can practice and you are going to get a lot better at this. A video that actually really helped me was Daniel Schiffer's. He is a videographer, cinematographer, filmmaker here on YouTube, and he talks about filmmaking, but he made a video that talks specifically about how to speak eloquently in front of the camera, and it was really interesting actually. He like showed an old video of his, and he was just like so awkward and cringe, and then he was like, okay, and this is how I talk now, and this is how I did it, and the way that he explains that is really good, so I'm gonna link that video down below. Very worth the watch. Very important to practice, not just in speaking, but you know, the editing, and like I said before, in working your way up in topics and camera gear and equipment. You don't know how many things goes into a YouTube channel until you get into it and you're just like, oh, this is why a lot of people quit really fast, because they're like, oh, this actually is a lot of work and I have to get better at this really fast. But you don't. As long as every week there is just a tiny little bit of improvement, that is everything. It's truly everything. Tip number 8 is be yourself. And do I really need to get into this? I see this a lot now. A lot of younger YouTubers duplicating Emma Chamberlain's kind of vlogging style, which is awesome because she paved the way for a different type of vlog, and that is incredible. But when you are taking and extracting actual personality traits from someone, that's not a vibe. It's so much better to just be yourself, because you will attract the people that genuinely will be going to your channel for a long extended period of time. I'm not even going to get into the whole cliche like, why would you be like Emma Chamberlain when people can just go onto Emma Chamberlain's channel and just look at her? Like, you don't know how much of an effect you will have on people by just being yourself. You just don't know how people view you, and that does sound scary for someone that's like, oh, but like, what if I'm crap and like people view me as crap? But it's all about just being yourself and being a better version of you and working towards that and not judging yourself. Because when you judge yourself, when you start being the wrong version of yourself or the wrong person or a different type of person, it's like, well, you're not really growing because you're just trying to duplicate someone else, and it's not even gonna have the same effect as if you were just yourself at the start and you're like, okay, well, I'm lacking in this, and that's okay, I'm not going to judge myself, I'm just going to keep on growing and getting better within my own personal traits. Okay, number 9 is when you started getting a little bit of a following, reply to every single person, even if it is your mom, even if it is your best friend Jackie. Reply to absolutely every single person, because not only does that help with the algorithm, but it just shows that you are passionate in what you're doing, you're passionate in your work, and you truly are wanting to provide value. Like, this goes without saying, if you want to create a YouTube channel for the money or for the accolades or for the lifestyle or whatever, you know what I mean? That's not how it works. Like, you need to truly feel like you want to provide value. If you don't, then like, don't even bother, because that's kind of, there's no point of making a YouTube channel if you don't want to do that. Either provide value or like have fun and, you know, kind of fulfill your purpose. You know what I mean? That is the one and only way of blowing up on YouTube. People like saying, oh, but what about Jake Paul and what about all these people? Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but those people actually are fulfilling their purpose. They are providing value, and they want to provide value because they keep on consistently posting no matter how much hate they get, no matter what happens. Like, do you know how hard that is? And they keep on creating videos for you guys because that's what they were born on this planet to do. And it's like, if you look back at people that have blown up like 5 years ago, where are they now? Like, some of the people that aren't posting now, it's like their sponsorships ran out, or like, you know, they kind of dwindled a little bit and their viewers stopped, you know, growing for like a year, and they were like, what's the point, you know? And they just gave up because it's like they didn't get enough revenue or accolades or like sponsorships anymore, and it's like they gave up because it was like a year of a downfall year. Well, when you're actually in it, when you actually love what you do, you keep on going. You keep on doing it because it's what you love. It's like you can't not do it because it's like your purpose and you're truly helping other people, and that feeling of helping other people and creating and having fun with it and being creative with your videos, it's like the most important, like, magical thing ever. So yeah, like, only watching this video, I probably said that a bit too late, like, disclaimer. Make sure you make a channel if you actually want to provide value to other people. So yeah, I went on a little bit of a tangent, but yeah, make sure to reply to other people and DM, because as I previously mentioned, when you do that, they will keep on engaging with you and giving you video requests, and those video requests will make your videos blow up even more, because those people are the market. Like, they may be just one person, but if they're speaking to you, if that person is thinking it, other people are thinking it. Like, that's your ticket into a perspective that's outside of yourself. Like, that person can see you in a way that probably a lot of other people see you. So it's like, listen to those people, unless it's like a hater or something, in which case haters are literally just people that are hurting within themselves, and they just want to comment something to hurt you because something that you're doing or saying is triggering them. They couldn't do it, or they gave up too soon, or something that you said triggered them, something in their childhood or something else, or their personality or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's not your job to analyze why a hater is hating, you know, but don't pay attention to the haters. But, you know, people that are genuinely talking to you and conversating with you, those people are your ticket to growth and success, because they genuinely see you like outside of your own perspective, which is so important, and that's what's going to get you to grow even more. Final tip, tip number 10. Tip number 10 is be proud of your channel. You have worked so hard up until this point, even by watching this video. This is a lot of information to take in. Be unapologetic when you do start your channel and share it onto social media. Talk about it with your friends. Say that you are a YouTuber. I am a YouTuber now. I mean, I personally don't like the word YouTuber. I like content creator on YouTube. So, you know, say whatever feels right, but be proud of your channel, because if you're not, like, what even is the point? When you post on social media, when you talk about it to other people, you're going to be attracting other content creators out there. You're going to be attracting other people that want to do what you're doing, and you're going to be attracting the people that were genuinely affected and were helped by your videos. And if you shout that from the rooftops, more people will come to you like that, and it's just going to be a whole snowball effect, and your videos and your channel will grow way more, and you will just meet the right people, attract the right people, and you'll just live your best life. So I hope that that was valuable. I hope I gave you some information that you've never heard before. Let me know if that was the case in the comments down below. If you want me to talk more about YouTube stuff, I would love to. I'm quite experienced in this. I've been a watcher of YouTube since 2007. I've been uploading since 2009. And, you know, I'd love to talk about it. So I hope that that helps you. Please, please, for the love of God, make a YouTube channel in 2021 and DM me with your YouTube channel name. I will comment on your YouTube video, I guarantee you. And I just want to support you guys, because it does take a lot of courage. If you're following your heart, you are winning. So don't pay attention to anyone else who might make fun of you or doesn't understand it. Just keep on going, and you'll attract the right people in your life. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.
This job is not a fucking joke, and it is not for the faint of heart. It is also not for the inconsistent. I know hard work, okay? I was an editor at a magazine when I was 24. I was also writing my first book at that time. I was working until 8 p.m. at my job, writing for 2 hours in my bedroom, then going out on the town until 1 in the morning, getting a few hours of sleep, coming home and doing it all again for like a year. I know work in New York City, and I've never worked this hard in my life. This isn't something, it's like, I'm gonna post a few photos, like if I go on vacation, and like if I go shopping, I'm gonna like unbox something, and then like, I don't know, maybe I'll do it. Girl, that's not gonna work. You can do that. You're gonna sink like a stone though, and you're gonna sink into irrelevancy. And then you're gonna be like, why is it so easy for some people? It is not easy. They prioritize creators who are uploading consistently. So if you say you're gonna have a video out every Friday, you have a video out every Friday. Doesn't need to be like this magical cinematic experience, but you get it up there. And that goes with consistency, you know, prioritization. Like I've had to learn all about back-end coding with YouTube, all about YouTube's algorithm, which is like the Wild West. It changes literally every week. Like I get constant emails from my manager. This is updated, that's changed. Instagram's doing this, podcasts are doing that. So I have to know all about YouTube. I have to know all about the trending topic, the subject matter of which I talk about, right? I have to know about podcasts. I have to know about merchandising. I have to know about Instagram. I have to know about Twitter and TikTok and Snapchat. And none of these things relate. None of them overlap. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs, like a pyramid, on the bottom is like food, shelter, social inclusion. At the very tippy top, that little top of the triangle, it's self-actualization. And I feel self-actualized. That means I am doing what I feel like my true life's purpose is. This is what I was put on this earth to do. So, you know, it's amazing.